Good morning, namaste. Let's begin. This morning's practice is improving our posture with yoga and a little bit of strength. So let's begin. Let's stand in our mountain posture, firm and strong. Our shoulders are back and down, crown of our head reaching towards the sky. Our lower body is firm. We're standing tall. We'll begin with our pranayama breath. We'll be inhaling through our nose and out through our nose throughout our practice. As we inhale, we expand our bellies. As we exhale, we draw our bellies in towards our spine. Inhaling. Exhaling slowly. Try to inhale to a count of 4 using that ujjayi or whisper breath, constricting the throat just a little. And when we reach the top, exhaling all the air out, all the way down, drawing the belly in. Closing our eyes and going within. Continuing to breathe as we start warming our bodies for our practice, oxygenating our bodies, and connecting our mind with our breath and their bodies. Thoughts come, just acknowledge them and let them go. Come right back to the breath. Trying to remember that we can take this breathing practice throughout our day. Even if we take a few moments out of our day each day, if we're feeling stressed or hurried or whatever, that we can come right to our breath. Even for a minute or so. And as we do, and we focus on our breath and how we're feeling in our bodies, it gets easier to let those thoughts just drift away. Couple more breaths here, reminding ourselves that we move on the breath through our practice. We'll be breathing, feeling, listening to our bodies, and letting go of competition with ourselves and others in the world. Opening our eyes, strong in our mountains. We'll begin with our cross crawl, again warming our bodies up and also crossing our energies. Take the right hand to the left knee, left hand to the right knee, raising the knee up. There we go. Breathing in and out deeply through your nose. If you want a little bit more of a challenge while you're doing this, you can take knee. If you want a little bit more of a twist, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. And coming back to center, moving into our flying bird. Out we go, out to the side, big step back with the right foot. As we lean back, arch our back slightly, drawing our arms back, and then stepping forward and bringing the arms together. So inhaling, step back with the left. Exhaling, come forward. And just alternate with that. See how you're feeling today. Notice any sensations in the upper body, opening the chest. Yes, this is a balance as well. If your balance is a little off today, because our bodies change every day, then take a little bit wider step as you step back. And taking our arms down now to the sides. Always breathing deeply. We're warming our bodies here. And taking the arms overhead. Good. Or doing whatever you feel your body needs today. So you could do a mixture. Down and over. And coming back to our mountain posture. From here, we'll move into connecting heaven and earth. Our feet are hip width apart to give us stability. Our right hand and palm is facing towards the earth. Our left is going up towards the sky. So we're gazing up and really reaching up and out on the inhale. Reach up and out and reach down to the earth and think of connecting that earth's energy up with heaven's energy, and just having all that energy come flowing through our bodies. Exhale back to center. Inhale, really reach up, connecting heaven and earth. We can take our gaze up to our upper arm, straight out, or down. Maybe a combination of all. Keep the range of motion in our neck. Exhaling, coming back. Now moving on your breath. When I say that, that could be, my breath might be a count of 5 in and out, and yours might be a count of 6 or 3. So we'll all be moving at different paces, and that's okay. Flowing with life. Inhaling up, exhaling back to center. Inhaling up, and exhaling back to center. Inhaling up, exhaling. Good job. And coming back. Taking our hands like this at our root chakra. Let's zip up our energy system real quick like that. There we go, all the way up. Making sure no negative energy comes out. Placing our middle finger on our crown chakra and one right here in our belly button, the other middle finger. And closing our eyes for just a moment and thinking about hooking up those energies so that our chakra energies are flowing through our bodies. Take just a couple breaths here. Okay, back down to mountain. We'll move into our moon flow, half moon. So let's reach up tall, interlacing our fingers at the top. Really reach tall. Before we ever bend forward or to the side, we want to elongate that spine. Our feet are together, our glutes are tight, our legs are tight, our quads should be engaged, pressing our hips a little bit forward, leaning slightly back, keeping our chin up, and our arms zipped in towards our ears. Okay, reach up on the inhale, on the exhale, come to the side, directly to the side. Make sure you're not falling frontward or backward, but we're coming directly to the side, like between two panes of glass. Continuing to breathe, holding that breath, really reaching up and out, and pressing that opposite hip towards the other wall. Stay so you're leaning back slightly, your chin is up, hold and breathe. Inhale, come up, reach tall, exhale to the opposite side. Great, hold this. Reach up and out, press that opposite hip out. Our glutes are tight, leaning slightly back. And come up to center. From here, let's just you stay forward, take our neck back slightly, then follow with our arms, pushing our hips forward. We're doing a back bend, but not before we reach up and out. Reach up and out. Push your hips forward. Do what you can. Squeeze your glutes. Tighten your abs. Support your body. Good job. And then come forward. From here, let's release and swan dive down to forward fold. All the way down. Now, bend your knees till your hands can reach the earth. Bend your knees. Okay, when you get down there, just release your head. Shake it, yes and no, left and right, yes and no. Let all the tension out. Maybe bend your knees deeply and straighten and bend and straighten. Maybe bicycle those legs, keeping your feet firmly planted on the mat. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee, bend the right, left, left. You're loosening your lower back. Bend. And then release and reverse swan dive all the way up. And back down to heart center. Let's just flow that one now on the breath. So inhaling, reach up and out. Firm foundation first. Tight lower body, arms zipped in. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, fold to the side. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, fold to the opposite side. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, look back. Push the hips forward, leaning back. Exhaling. Inhaling, come forward, swan dive down into forward fold. Let your head hang here for a moment. Release any tension. Try to straighten your legs as much as possible, feeling that nice hamstring stretch or release. Reverse swan dive out. And bringing our hands back to heart center. Our hands are down. We'll move into our chair flow, followed by eagle. Inhale, we'll reach up. Feet are hip width apart. And exhale, stay forward. I'm just going to show you posture again. Exhaling, sinking into our chair. So it's like an imaginary chair. Our hands are out. Our arms are out. They're tight, 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 tight. Tight arms. We're back, sitting back on our heels. Make sure our spines do not round. So when we're coming down, we sink into that chair and we keep our chest tall. This is great for strengthening not only the lower body, but our backs as well. Kind of think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Dynamic tension in our backs. Dropping our hands down, reaching tall. We'll flow that now. Exhaling, sit down. Deep inhales. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. One more and then we'll hold again. Inhale up. Exhaling. Sinking down. Just hold here for 2 breaths. And release. From here, again, we're back in mountain. Our feet are together. Figure out which is your right hand and which is your left. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, take your right arm and cross it under your left. Right arm under the left. And then wrap them around above the elbows. Okay, trying to get your hands, your palms together. So it's like a figure 8 with your arms. If you can't yet get your palms together, do the best you can and put the backs of your hands together. Okay, so that's okay too. Once you're there, draw those elbows down. Most likely you'll feel a nice stretch in your trapezius muscles in the back and in your neck if you draw your ear to your shoulder. Now sink down again into that imaginary chair, keeping the back tall, and take the right foot over the left, right leg over the left. You can choose to keep your toe on the mat, or if you want this to be more of a balance, take that foot behind the leg and wrap it around. So you're basically standing on one leg, drawing those elbows down to the chest, squeezing the arms together, squeezing the legs together, eagle posture. Continuing to breathe, release, coming back up, exhaling, take your right under the left, above the elbows, wrapping the arms around, drawing them down, sinking into our chair, take the left leg up, wrap it around the right, choose to keep your toe on the earth or on the mat, or you can just take it off, or you can wrap it. Sink down into your chair, squeezing the legs together, squeezing the arms together. Hold and breathe, drawing those elbows down. Good job. And we release. Coming back to mountain, let's just take a couple breaths here. Catch our breath, maybe close our eyes, check in with our bodies. Good. Okay, let's do a couple shoulder arm circles. So I was going to say shoulder rolls, but let's do arm circles. So on the inhale, bring your arms forward. Reach tall. Exhale, reach back as far as you can. Bring the arms around. So we inhale up. Exhale, bringing them back around. And just continue to flow on your breath. Noticing where you might feel tight, where things might be a little crunchy. We all have a little bit of that. That's fine. Inhaling as we lift up. Exhaling down. One more to the front. And then we'll go backwards. So inhaling as we lift up. Exhaling as we come down. Keeping that mobility in our shoulders, our joints. One more. Great. Now, taking our right arm out to the side and then pointing our thumb down. See how I'm doing that? Keep it straight and firm. Don't bend it. Let's slowly bring it across the body and take your opposite hand, your left hand, place it above, never on the elbow, but above the elbow, and really reach it towards the opposite wall. Feeling that nice stretch in the shoulder. Hold here and breathe. You usually like to hold a stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. If I shorten that a little, it's because I'm being mindful of the 20, 25 minutes I'm sticking to. So feel free to do this throughout your day. And release. Let's go to the opposite side. Let's reach that arm out, thumb down, and let's draw it across the body. Maybe placing a little pressure above the elbow depending on your flexibility today. Remember, our bodies change every day. So some days you may be able to do deeper stretches and other days not, and that's okay. That's all about honoring our bodies and accepting change and taking that off the mat into the world. And slowly release that. Let's do it one more time. This one's really important, especially if you've got some shoulder concerns. Doing with our right arm over. Always staying tall with the shoulders back and down and the crown of our head reaching towards the sky. Release, taking the left arm out, thumb down, draw it across. There we go. A little tip when you're sitting in your chair, never use the back of your chair. Sit in the middle of your chair or on the edge and stay tall. You're building your core muscles. You're multitasking while you're sitting. It's amazing. And and slowly release. Okay, let's move into our standing camel. You stay forward. I'll go sideways to show you. So, shoulders back and down, staying tall. Let's place our hands just above our hips, maybe feet hip width apart. Draw those elbows back and in. Draw the elbows back and in. Squeeze the glutes maybe a little bit. Because remember, our glutes are our core too, so we're always working those. And our lower body tight. Maybe take your gaze up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Keep the chin tall. Press the hips forward now a bit after you're tall. We never want to crunch the spine. We want to always elongate before we bend, either to the right or left or to the back. So pressing those hips forward, looking up and back. Nice back bend. Opening the front side of our bodies, enjoying. And slowly coming back up. So now we can also take our hands, interlace our fingers, steeple, point out with our index fingers. Keep your arms tight and strong, reaching towards the earth. Again, taking our shoulders back. Then maybe trying to move our arms away from our back. See how I'm doing that slowly? Because you may not be able to right away. Maybe this is where you are today, and that's okay. It's your practice. That's why they call it yoga practice. So trying to keep those hands together as we move our arms back. See how that feels. Then you can kind of loosen your hands, so you're kind of cupping your hands. I'll turn around like this. It was like this. Cup the hands. And then maybe take it a little bit farther back. Just kind of play with it, see how it feels. And slowly release. That's great. Okay, so now, there's two kinds of bands. Here's the stretchy band. This one is really good for getting really good flexibility. And I really like this one for things like we're gonna do, but I know a lot of you have these, which is fine too. So let's take our bands. We're gonna hold them, palms down, shoulder width apart. Okay? From here, we're going to start down by our thighs. And again, it's just shoulder flexion, so just take them up and back as far as we can. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling as we come up, exhaling as we come down. If you want to build your back slightly, I mean, and this is again a shoulder flexion, not necessarily a strength, but you can turn it into that by just putting a little tension on this band, by pulling it slightly out to the side as you're coming up and exhaling, coming down. Let's do two more. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, coming down. Okay, the next one, we're going to take our arms in front, or actually, this one's going to be cow face. So, we'll take the same thing, the band, take the right arm over the shoulder, take the left and grab onto it in the back. Bring the right elbow as close to the head as you can with the elbow pointing towards the sky. And then slowly begin to pull up on that band so that your left arm is creeping up towards your back. See how that is? So we can release and we can pull that left arm down, and it gives our right arm a greater stretch for the triceps. So we'll pull down with the left, hold, inhaling. We'll pull up with the right, hold there, exhaling, pull down. one more time. Inhaling, pulling up, getting that range of motion in the left shoulder, and then switch arms. So take your band in your left hand at the top, draw that left elbow up towards the sky like so, and this right arm to the back. So we have the same thing going on there. So inhaling, we're going to pull up on the left arm. So the right hand is drawn up towards the middle of the back. Exhaling, come down, pull down with that right, drawing that left hand further down the back. And you can even adjust your grip on the band and pull up, inhaling with the left and exhaling, pulling down. Oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, so the next one, we need a stationary point. So I'm going to turn the computer here a minute. Okay, I think you can see that. Yeah. Okay. So find a stationary point where whatever you're hooking onto doesn't move, obviously. So you want to wrap your band around there. You're going to hold your hands in front, and we're going to build a little strength in the back. This is really great for the posture. What we've been trying to do is open the front, stretch the front, build the back. So here we go. One foot in front of the other to get stable. So take a deep inhale, exhale, pull that band back, keeping your arms straight, and then back. Inhaling, pull back, exhaling, release, inhaling, pull back, exhaling, release. Do as many, work up to, say 10 of these, 10 to 12. And then if you have different levels of bands, start with the easiest band first and then go to more as you build up, certainly. And the next one is holding this band in front. We're going to pull it out to the side. Pull the band out to the side, keeping those arms wide, and then letting the band come back. This blue band is a little bit thick for me, so normally you keep your hands in the same spot, but it's a little more challenging, this band for me. I've got it on. So inhale, come out, really squeezing when you come out too. Here's my other bands that I like to use for these. This is a TheraBand, but I take the band, pull out and back, out and back. So you're really squeezing, and see how your chest comes forward a little, your chin is up. You can even hold out here for a moment, really feeling the strength in your back, and release. There we go. A couple of strength exercises for your back. Perfect. And let's now, finishing off our program today, we'll move into our Celtic weave to get our energies flowing again, crisscrossing, rub our hands together, throw them onto the earth, rubbing them together. Feel that energy, placing them up by our crown chakra, inhaling our elbows together, exhaling as we cross our hands and weaving all the way down. Weave that energy all the way down, dropping our heads in this forward fold and gathering that energy all the way up and releasing. Bringing our feet together. Now think of something that you want to manifest in your life. It can be emotional, it can be physical, it can be whatever you want. Do you want peace? Do you want calm? Do you want your artistic creativity today? Whatever you want to manifest for yourself or others today, think of that. Give you a moment. Now rub our hands together, placing them on our thighs. Let's feel that energy really flow down our legs into the earth, grounding us. Now bringing our hands back to heart center as we reach our arms up and out, spreading our fingers wide, gazing up towards the heaven, thanking the universe for our practice and our strength and our flexibility today, and thinking about whatever it is we want to manifest, that energy's coming down through our fingertips and into our arms. You can feel it tingle, a couple of deep breaths, and bringing all that right back to our heart center, closing our eyes. Bringing our hands to heart center. I'll leave you with a salutation for today. I hope this day marks a beautiful beginning of the first day of the rest of your life, with renewed commitment to do the things that are important to you, the things that keep you healthy, happy, and safe from harm. May you carry on with love in your heart, wings for your flight, and endless possibilities to reach your dreams. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.